February 22nd was sophomore night at South Suburban, where they hosted the Kishwaukee Cougars. The sophomores that were honored were Reggie Abram, Brandon Adorno, Julius Byrd, Tremear Fraley, Chris Harrison, Jemel Jones, LeQuan Washington, and Kenton Wright Jr. Making the first bucket was Washington, and after, Joshua Botcher got into the paint. Harrison took a step-back three. Highbod lofted the ball to Botcher for more. The following drive, Highbod made a no-look pass to Sailors. After a timeout, Washington made it two, and so did Jones. Smith then made a corner three. At 7:05 in the first, Kishwaukee was down by 6, and Harrison wanted to keep the pressure on. Rushing down the court, Jones bounced off of Smith for 2. Ending the first, the Cougars were trailing by 13. Kishwaukee 34, South Suburban 47. 18 minutes into the second, head coach Joseph Conroy received his second technical foul, being ejected. From there, the Bulldogs lit up, making shots from all over. The current nation's leading scorer, Jemel Jones, had 35 points and 10 rebounds. Quentin Hetty had 17 points and 5 rebounds. Chris Harrison had 15 points and 2 rebounds, and Julius Byrd had 12 points and 10 rebounds. The Bulldogs finished the regular season 28-2. Final, Kishwaukee 57, South Suburban 103. The coaching staff was splashed after the game.
I mean, the guys wanted to do something to end the regular season, and they should be very proud of 28-2. It's very tough. It's the third best record that we've had here in the regular season, but they've got to now finish. The Southwoods were very appreciative of the night and being honored, and they all got a chance to get some quality minutes. Got their families out there, and they got recognized, and so I think it was just a special night for all of them, and they wanted to, get me back for everything and dunk it on me, and I have no problem with it. And I think it was more just a relief that the regular season's over at 28-2, and now what they've been really waiting for is to try to get in the playoffs, and hopefully we'll stay focused to be able to get that done.
Being a coach at a 2-year college is different than a university.
I don't think you get as tight of a bond. And I tell them when we first start the whole thing out, it's your team, it's my program. So I'm going to run this stuff the way that I run it, but it's your team. And your team is 28-2 this year. My program is 20, but your team is 28-2. So you can't take that away from them. My job here is to move them on to 4-year school. But I worry about trying to develop them as young men and develop them as basketball players and just develop their whole, life in general in the short time that I have them. That's why I have to be so hard on them. Okay, if you had a tight bond, you could sort of work with somebody for years and everything else. But I can't let them slip up. I can't let them do things that I can't let them get comfortable with it. You can at a 4-year school because you're going to develop that and you can work through. I don't have time. I have to get this done in a short amount of time and be able to develop them and move them on. And I think that's what our relationship is they know that that's part of it. And so they're going to deal with it, and then they'll move on. And hopefully when they go out and they're in the real world or they're at their next school, something happens that they go, yeah, coach was right, or coach, I remember when he said that this might happen or something like this, or this is an experience that we had that I learned from, and hopefully that's what transpires over that time. Unfortunately, I don't see a lot of the final results. We just get them started.
Jemel Jones talked about his final regular season game and Chris Harrison.
Yeah, it was real fun, man. It was emotional. We come in here every day. We work hard. We've been here in the summertime. Coach pushes us, and it was just a nice moment for us as a team to embrace Coach and actually, for once, wet him. I enjoyed it every step of the way, and I'm extremely grateful and happy to have played here and had the opportunity to showcase my abilities. Like I said, man, that guy's a beast. He does a lot for us, a lot. And he knows when it's time to step up. He's been in these situations. He's a vet, and he's just going to continue to be him.
Harrison came late in the season and had to catch up quickly. Then he talked about Jones.
Coming in, I was I always talk to my teammates, seeing what I had to do on the positions, every position I had to play. Because I play a couple positions, so I got to know what I'm doing out there. So they was helping me out, coach helped me out, and we just come together and figure it out. He always perform at the highest level you can, and whenever he be open, you get that shot, you get it. It was a good atmosphere, a good crowd out there. Obviously, everybody had fun, and I'm just glad to be a part of the program.
Pigatti continued to talk about the men.
Well, as I said, we talked about Chris last time. He's starting to develop. He's buying it at the right time because we need him, and we need his scoring, we need his physicalness, we need his defensive prowess that he has when he is a smart defensive player as well. I think he's an overall really good player that could help us and will help us down the stretch. And I think he's starting to get it. And it's better late than never because right now we're going to start the playoffs. And with Mel, I mean, unfortunately for him, we tried to get him. He scored 35 points tonight. He needed 36 for 1,000 to get 1,000 points in a regular season, which has only happened only a few times in the history of junior college basketball in the regular season. And so he missed a couple free throws and stuff like that, or he wouldn't have been able to make history. That's what we were trying for at the end. And unfortunately, he didn't get it. And so, hopefully he'll make more than 1 point on next Thursday in playoffs and get it. But it would have been special for him to do it on sophomore night. He just came 1 point short. But we got to move on. And, in the second half, he did a better job. But we talked about that last time, about him being doubled and trusting his teammates. And if Chris starts making shots, and Kenton Wright Jr. made a 3, and a couple other guys made some shots, and once he can feel comfortable with them doing that, then I think he's going to be hard to guard in the playoff time if people try to double him. Sunday at noon, there'll be the tournament pairing because there's more games that happen with this point system they got. So because of this, we don't know anything about who's going to play who and stuff like that because of this point system and how many points can be earned over the next couple games. Our season's done, and we know we'll be the number 1 seed, had the best record, the most points, but we have to find out who our opponent will be. We'll know Sunday after, like at the tournament bid meeting, which we'll do a Zoom at noon.
The next game for South Suburban is on Thursday, February 29th. I'm Claude Martinez reporting for Will Cook County News.